Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Canadian Football Central, CFL content for the fans, by the fans. And the BC Lions have made a big splash here as Darnell Sankey has been signed by the BC Lions. And so Sankey, who is released by the Alouettes for quote-unquote ratio reasons, with him being an American, he's from San Jose, went to school at Sacramento State, gets released by the Alouettes. And then the big question is this a big fish in the free agent market when it comes to linebackers? And now the Lions have geared up. They sign him to, is this a 1-year deal or do we not know?
It's one.
It's just a 1-year deal? Or did they actually say that? Because I don't see that in the 3 Down article. I mean, they don't say it's more than 1 year, but
give me a second. I'm pretty sure I saw that it was.
I just want to be accurate.
BC Lions who mentioned it, if I'm not mistaken.
It might have been the Lions that mentioned it. Yeah, let's see here. To a 1-year contract. Yep, the CFL themselves mentioned it. But this is huge because now you got, for your linebacker core, you have Micah Awe, who is already one of the best, if not the best linebacker in the league. You had Darnell Sankey, and you still got Ben Hladek. And is Justin Williams still under contract with BC? I'm not sure if he is. Just worth mentioning.
No,
you know what I mean?
He is not.
But I mean, they'll still sign more guys. But this is a very good start because we were talking last year about some of the concerns that we had with the BC Lions regarding their secondary, regarding their defense. You know what I mean? Not that they had played all of last year poorly in that regard, but that was definitely a weak spot. And there were some games they lost because of that. I hate to be that guy, but it wasn't Nathan Rourke's fault that they didn't make it through that West Final. When the Saskatchewan Riders took the field on that last drive, where Tommy Neal make the catch in the end zone, that Riders team was determined to get all the way down the field no matter what it took. And the BC Lions defense just didn't have a response. And so you can make the argument whether that's coaching, whether that's personnel, whatever it is, there's definitely an improvement. Because now the personnel, they've already made some big changes at the linebacker position. Darnell Sankey joining them. And Sankey's done a very, very good job as he's averaged in all of his seasons in the CFL, except 2023, around 100 defensive tackles. I say around 100 because he got 97 in his first year. He was off by 3. But he also only played 14 games that year. And 2023, he only played 6 games and he got 31 defensive tackles. He had 2 sacks last year.
One thing I wanted to mention. Mm-hmm. Ben just did a fact check. Ben Hladek is a free agent.
He is a free agent as of right now. But I imagine there will be some sort of signing from the Lions to kind of solidify that third position. At least a third position unless they splash in free agency and pick up somebody else depending on who's available. But he's like that's the thing about Darnell Sankey is that he's done very, very well over the course of his career. Even if we look at it, he spent a bit of time, so he played in FCS for Sacramento State, in which case he got a total of 65 tackles in 12 games in his first year, 99 in just 9 games, and then 153 tackles in 11 games in his third year. And he got 6 sacks his first season, 2 in his second year, and 3.5 in his third year playing college from 2013 through 2015. He's done very, very well there. Then he had played in the NFL for quite a few years. Not necessarily like a starting, kind of in the practice roster, sometimes in games, but as a backup, and he never got any time. He never recorded a single tackle or anything in the NFL, but 2016, he was with the Denver Broncos, and then in 2017, he was with the Indianapolis Colts, where he actually was dressed for 6 games despite never hitting the field. And he also was on the roster of the Minnesota Vikings. He was then over with the Detroit Lions, then with the New Orleans Saints. Then he comes to the CFL, plays in Calgary in 2021, 2022 he plays in Saskatchewan. Then the reason he only plays 6 games for Montreal in 2023 is because he actually started that year with the Arlington Renegades of the XFL at the time, where he had played 8 games. He had started 5 times, had 47 total tackles and a sack in the XFL. Then comes back to the CFL. He's been with the Alouettes ever since. And so Darnell Sankey is a very decorated linebacker who's had experience in a lot of different leagues. 6 foot, 242 pounds. He's a good size, but also not too big to the point where it's going to compromise on his speed. He's done very, very well. And he's only 31 years old. In the sense of, when I say only 31, not in the sense of he's the youngest guy in the world, but that this guy is by no means like on his last legs sort of thing. And that's where I think that this is a very, very good signing for the Lions. The only thing I think you could have hoped for with a signing like this is if you were able to get him more than 1 year. That's the only thing that would have been even nicer for the Lions, is if they could have had a little bit of longer security there. But I think they probably, similar to Montreal, wanted to sign him to a 1-year deal, because then at least if you have your Americans signed to 1-year deals and you have your Canadians signed to multi-year deals, if you need to make ratio-related changes, which the Alouettes did, it gives you the flexibility to do that. And so I'm curious to see exactly where the Lions decide to go with this. The Lions are gearing up, and they got a lot better last year. They got so close to winning that West Final, to getting to the Grey Cup game, and you know that Omar Doman is not satisfied yet. He needs to get at least a Grey Cup game and potentially a Grey Cup ring as a owner in the CFL.
Honestly, you know what? It's starting to look interesting, because just hear me out. Mm-hmm. So you have Rourke for 242. So we're just gonna. I'm just curious to see what this.
That's how much he's getting paid.
That's without the 200 marketing money. So it's really almost over 500.
Okay, but to be fair, that's only 240,000 towards the salary cap.
That's 424 towards the salary cap.
Marketing. I thought marketing money doesn't go towards the salary cap.
No, it's 624 altogether. 200 of it is towards marketing money. 424 is towards the cap.
Gotcha.
Then you include
It makes a lot more sense.
Include the 250 for McInnes, the 310 for Hatcher,
mm-hmm.
and then the 270 for Betts. So you're already at almost 1.5 million. That doesn't even include Micah Always contract.
Yeah.
And Sankey's contract. So that's almost 2 million in like 5 players.
Yeah. Well, and this was something that you were bringing up, I remember, in a previous video we did on the Lions, is regarding the large amount of spending that they have in kind of so few players. Not in the sense of that there's no way that they can manage with this, in the sense of just the potential that the Lions have to be an extremely top-heavy team. In the sense of the Lions are signing some big names. They are making sure that they have the star power. The question is that a lot of the guys that they're probably going to have on some cheaper deals, a lot of depth guys that are not going to be making that crazy amount of money, what are they able to get out of those guys? You know what I mean? How much are you able to make new stars on great deals?
It went from 6.06 million, or sorry, 6.062 million.
The salary cap?
To 6.272 million. So just about 110,000, give or take, that it's gone up.
Oh, geez.
Huh. I don't kid me when I say this. I don't see Butler going back there. If he is, he's taking a pay cut. And I can honestly, if they don't have a lot of injuries, it would not surprise me to see BC Lions over the cap by the end of the season.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. The Lions have not been afraid to go over the cap before. Most notably, of course, when they had both Vernon Adams and Nathan Rourke, because they re-signed Nathan Rourke with the understanding that VA was probably going to be gone the next year, which of course he did. He went to Calgary. So I'm curious to see exactly how this goes for them. I'm curious. Does BC now kind of calm down the big spending on big name players, or do they double down?
Well, I'm gonna go through their whole list. So they still need a backup and a third string.
QB,
Okay.
you talking?
Yep. Eberhard's still not signed.
Ooh, that's going to be one they're going to need to do. Eberhard, you do not want him to leave.
Dejon Allen's still not signed. Broxton's not signed. Fouquet's not signed. Pearson's not signed. Tavia, Jonah Tavia, he's not signed. He's defensive line. Let's see who else.
In my opinion,
Ben Haladic.
Broxton needs to be a priority on the offensive line. He was
Gary
kind
Peters,
of a key piece.
Ronald Kent Jr., TJ Lee.
Do they have Robert Carter Jr.?
Yeah, because last year was his first year, so he has like a 1+1.
So he's contract. He's still on his rookie deal. Okay.
He's on his. So it says option. So they must have picked up his option because it's his option year.
Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't. He's sticking around.
But even then, if you look at their DBs, okay, so Donate Williams, they paid him $118,000 last year. I'm sure they probably re-signed him.
Yeah.
Robert Carter Jr., Jackson Finley, who was their draft pick last year. Patrice Rene, and Christopher Beaulieu.
Yeah.
Those are your other draft picks from last, or Beaulieu's one of your draft picks from last year, and Rene's a 27-year-old who was signed to a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
They have no vets right now on their secondary.
I mean, depends. Like, are you talking just your DBs or?
I'm just talking DBs, nothing else.
Just DBs. Okay, yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, because I said
I'm curious.
So just DBs.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I'm curious to see where they go with that. But all in all, I think this Darnell Sankey signing is very good in the regards of the talent that the guy brings to the team. He brings there's a massive upside to having a guy like that on your roster. The big question is, where do they go with the rest of the roster? They also signed Michael Couture. Either later today or tomorrow. Our video on that will be out, so make sure you guys tune in for that. If you're looking for more Lions videos, we got a ton of videos that are recorded, still recording, that are going to be coming out in the next few days. So make sure you guys stay tuned for all that, as we got a lot coming out. Is there anything else you got on for this, Rick, or is that all?
No, sir.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. And make sure you guys leave a like on the video, share it around, and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, if you haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the description below, where we discuss CFL, NHL, all sorts of sports stuff. So make sure you guys go there and keep the conversation going. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. Peace, love, and positivity to all you wonderful people at home. We will see you guys next time.